Good morning, sister, cousin, friend. It's Toya, and I'm back with just one more. And today, I didn't mean to say that. I'm trying to get anyway. So today and a whole bunch of other days, everybody's been talking about the 9 to 5. Unpopular opinion: I don't mind my 9 to 5. Wait, friend. Wait, friend. Let me tell you. I wouldn't sacrifice my freedom for my 9 to 5. But right now, I have a job that I don't mind. I really, I don't like coming to work and clocking in for nobody. But at this point in my life, I don't mind my 9 to 5. Here's my story. Story time. I've been working since I was 16 years old. Now, 16, in high school, of course, I was in a vocational program. I had made all of my credits. So I was able to get into the vocational program, and I was able to, after lunch, I was able to leave school and go to work. So at that age, 16, in 11th grade, I worked for the school board. So after lunch, I would leave work, and I would go to the school board, and I worked in the athletic department. It was a good time. I didn't like the supervision. They were jerks. They were jerks, but they was good jerks. They was the kind of jerks you could work for, but they were still jerks because they was management. Make sense? And then when I left high school, immediately after high school, I worked for a nonprofit, and then I worked for Department of Children and Families, and I worked for the arena. So I had 3 jobs, and I was in college. I was in junior college, So I've been working nonstop my whole life. After that, I worked for another nonprofit where I worked with abused and neglected girls. And then I got my job with TSA. I was about 23, 24. I got my job with TSA. I was with TSA up until 2020. From 2004 to 2020, I was with TSA. I worked in Miami and I worked in Georgia. That's all of my work experience. I was a federal employee, right? And coming from where I was coming from where I came from, that was a good job. That was a good job. Being a single woman, no kids, that was a good salary for me. Nobody was paying at the time, right? Nobody was paying for not fully having your degree, because at the time I didn't fully have my degree. Nobody was paying like that. So what I was doing was considered a really good job. 2020, before my sister passed, in June, I had gotten so sick of the job, the people. This is TSA. I had gotten so sick of the work. I had gotten sick of the people, the management, the ups and downs, I was tired of that job, sis. I was tired of that job, cousin. I was tired of that job, friend. I took a $12,000 pay cut. You hear me? June of 2020. I had been applying all year. I had been applying for different positions. I didn't care what it was. I just wanted out of TSA, right? So I had been applying for different positions within the federal government. I got this position as a technician with CBP. Now, believe me, CBP technician is a glorified like secretary. It's not a big job. It's an admin job, and that's fine. I was willing to take that pay cut to get the hell out of where I was at. That's in June 2020. July 2020, my sister is not with us anymore. So I took that pay cut in June. July, now I'm not a single person anymore. I have 2 kids I got to take care of. Literally an infant, and a 12-year-old at the time. So I'm working with less money more responsibility. You get what I'm saying? June, I got the job. July, my sister passed. August, I started the job. Girl, when I say I struggled financially, but I knew that check was coming. I struggled financially, but I knew that check was coming. I worked in that job for 2 years. I did, after the first year, get a raise. Still wasn't enough money because it still didn't match the pay that I left with TSA. You get what I'm saying? So I left. I took that $12,000 pay cut for a year. I said I could do that. If I was single, I could do that because I could work my side hustles. God had other plans. God said, I'm going to give you these kids and and you ain't got no money. What you going to do now? Cousin, friend, sister, daughter, what you going to do? I'm going to keep pushing because that's what you designed me to do, God. Keep pushing through. The next year, I get a little bit of a raise, but it's still not as much as I was making at TSA. I had been at TSA for a long time, and I had moved up the ranks. I was in supervision. You know, I had positions in supervision and, like, leadership and stuff. So I was making good money at TSA. Back to, so 2020 to 2021, I was poor. 2021 to 2022, I still was poor. 2022, I moved again because I got sick of CBP and I got sick of the position because I felt like I deserved more than that. You get what I'm saying? I deserved more monetarily, but I knew that check was coming. Don't get it twisted. I didn't think it was enough on the check, but I was so focused on the security of the check because I got these 2 little people I got to feed. I got to buy diapers. I got to buy formula. I ain't never did this shit before, right? So I'm a nervous wreck, but I know I got to go to work. And I'm okay with going to work because I've always had that type of work ethic. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to show up to these people's job and I'm going to get my check. My goal has always been a check at the end of the 2 weeks. Right? So I stayed there for 2 years. I was ready to go. Every day I was crying. Every day it was something different, you know, because not only did my sister pass, during them 2 years, my grandma passed, my auntie passed, and I took on 2 children. And I don't think anybody can understand, unless you went through the exact same thing, you can't understand the weight of what that was for me. Right? And not having no damn money, girl. Not having the money that I was used to having. So, right where we at? Why would you come park right next to me? This whole big ass wide parking lot. And I'm sitting here and you come park next to me. When I say the parking lot wide open, I digress. What we was, 2020. I had been applying for other jobs because I was ready to get out of there. I was crying every day. The management hated me for whatever reason. That lady hated me. I don't care, not my business. But it also ain't my business to come to work and be crying every day. Even still, I did not hate the job. I had a disdain for the way I was treated while I was at the job. You get what I'm saying? It's ingrained in me to have, my work ethic is ingrained in me. We're going to get back to that. Moving on. I went to another agency, which is the agency I'm at now, but I was in a different department. I took another pay cut. Why? Because I had a goal I was trying to get to, right? I got the kids and my focus shifted. My focus shifted when I got the kids. My focus shifted when everybody passed away. Like I was working towards freedom, at the end of my TSA career. I was working towards not paying no more rent. I was about to buy me a schoolie and live on a school bus. Don't ask me about it. If you want a story time about it, I'll tell you about it, but that's not what this is about. I was headed towards freedom, but God said, I got a U-turn for you, Bookie. I got a U-turn for you, Bookie. Sorry, we got to make a hard right. We'll come back to freedom, right? Anyway, so 2 years at CBP. Transitioned into another position. Took yet another pay cut, sister, cousin, friend. I took another pay cut with 2 kids. One is 2 years old, need to be in daycare, baby. At this point, I can't afford no daycare. But I got to do it. So I was out there doing my Amazon Flex, and my other little side hustles to supplement my income. Because that's my work ethic. That's how. What I know is to get out there and make $1, right? So But that was hard on the kids. I got 2 girls. I'm not leaving my kids home just like that, right? So I'm going to this job, making a little bit of money. People gossiping. When I say the gossip on this job, and just the people, it wasn't the work, it was the people. You get what I'm saying? It was the environment. I stayed there for 6 months, but still, I'm applying for jobs. I'm applying for this one particular job that I want. That's a remote position, right? So it's more difficult, but I don't handle difficult work before. I've done difficult work. It's not like I couldn't handle the work. I just couldn't get in. I just could not get in the door. But I was telling the kids when they mom first passed, when my sister first passed, I was like, my goal is to get a remote position so that I can, maybe we can move back to Miami or come back home and we could reunite as a family. But I say, in my mind, God even said that sound good, but that's not what we're gonna do. That's not what we're gonna do, daughter. That's not what we're gonna do. That's not what we're gonna do, daughter. 6 months at this is the 3rd place, and this is like beginning of 2020. No, this is August 2022. August 2022. I take another job. I take another pay cut. I took a $13,000 pay cut this time. I say, God, what is it? But I needed to get out of there for my own sanity. For my own sanity. I had to get out of that second agency that I was at. Not because of the job, but because the people made it hard. Get to this job. The job is not hard. The job is like very, very entry-level job. It's not a hard job. The environment and the people made it difficult for me to work. They might have had a good time all day. I don't come to work to be friendly. I don't come to work to be your friend. You come talking to me at my desk, and as soon as you leave my cubicle, you going to talk about me around the corner. Or these weird ass people, not weird ass people, one weird ass person like finding me on social media and just being weird. That's weird to me. That's weird action. And it was putting more stress on me. So I done lost my sister, lost my grandma, lost my auntie. I got kids now I got to take care of. I ain't got no money. And I got to deal with these people that I kind of work with. I say, God, what are you doing? What's going on? What the hell going on? And as I'm asking what the hell going on, because I was getting ready to walk out them people's job and leave them all them IDs and shit right there on the desk. The week that I was making up in my mind that I was like, damn this. I got an email. Not even an interview. I ain't have to interview or nothing, Jesus. I got an email saying you start on this, and that day. You got a remote job. You start on this, and that day. We can't give you no money, but your job is going to be remote. I took it. I ran with it. I told them people to eat my dust, and I hauled ass. I took as much time as I had on the books. I took it off. I relaxed my mind. I took the kids home. I don't care if they had school or nothing. We went home. We relaxed for a couple of days. Home to Miami. We relaxed for a couple of days. Came back up. Relaxed, cleaned up the house, and just got my mind right to start my remote position. Not to say it's a dream job, but it's a pretty decent job, y'all. It's a pretty decent job. Now, it's decent because I don't have to deal with nobody. I don't have to take no calls. I don't have to deal with customers at all. I don't have to go into a brick and mortar where I have to put on a fake smile and fake talk to people and, make small talk with people. I don't want to do that. Honestly, in my real life, I don't want to make small talk with you. If we're friends, we cool, that's something different. But I have to come to work, and I come to work to work. I don't come to work. I don't want to know about your cat and how you had to go get no cat paws clipped because she scratched your chair up. I don't want to know. I don't want to go to your potluck. I'm not your friend at work. I promise you I'm not your friend at work. Now, with that being said, sometimes we make friends along the way. I'm not saying we don't. I'm saying sometimes we make friends along the way. And I can roll with that. But I do not come to work to be your friend. I don't come to work to be the supervisor friend. I don't come to be my cute cubby baits. I don't come to work to do that. So that's why I went off on a tangent, didn't it? I'm going to bring it back, friend. I'm going to bring it back. It made me mad. I come to work to do my job and to go home. That's it. Sometimes you find somebody you want to split a ginger ale with, and that be your friend. That's your good girlfriend, you know? That's your good work girlfriend. Girl, you want to split the ginger ale? Yeah, let's split it. Okay, that's my partner, right? I don't have to do none of that at my remote job. And okay, so I got to that job in January of 2023. So I was at this really sucky job from 2022 August to February 2023. Where we at? 2024 now? Fast forward to where we at now. I've gone to the academy, passed the academy, 6 weeks of training. I had to pass that. I work from home. It's remote. I don't have to see my supervisor every day. I don't get along with that lady, but I don't come to work to get along with her. And I don't have to see her every day. I don't have to talk to her every day. That's silver lining, right? Another silver lining is I can start work at 4 a.m. and finish by 11:30. My schedule, my daily schedule is so flexible. It's so flexible. The flexibility my job offers is amazing. So what I also did was, another thing that happened is I got another raise. And this was a huge jump, and they put me where I should be. You get what I'm saying? They put me at the pay rate that I should be at. You know, I did a lot of moving, so they kind of had to catch up with me and say, hey, this is where you should be. And they gave me my money, okay? They gave me my money. And that was recently. That was like beginning of September. I just got, bumped up to where I should be. And I honestly can say, with all of that, in the position I'm in right now, I don't mind my job. I don't mind my job. Now, caveat to that. Caveat? Probably not the right word. But on the other side of that is, like, who doesn't want the freedom to be themselves? Who doesn't want the freedom to say, I want to work when I want to work? I know I can work from 4:30 to 4 o'clock, 4:30 to 11:30, but what if I don't want to work today? I got to contact the supervisor, let her know, hey, I'm not logging in today, whatever the case may be. Not that she can or will say yes or no. Like, for her to say no would take a lot of paperwork. But not having to report what I'm going to do today at all would be immaculate. Not having to work hard, not having to really figure, not having to investigate, adjudicate, or do all the things that I need to do would be even better. But I don't. What gives me pause is not having that check every 2 weeks, because I'm programmed that way. I know if I put enough time and effort, because I put time and effort into jobs that I hated and stuck it through, I know I can do it. I know you could do it too, because you've done some things in life that you hated doing, and you know how I know you've done that, because you're here, because you got through those things. I went through some of the toughest things in my life within the last 4 years, but I'm still here. I'm still here, and I still have the opportunity. That means I made it through all of the hard times, all of the dark times, all of the bull crap. And I'm here. The one thing that scares me about it is, even though that check went up and down, even though it fluctuated up and down, I still had that check, right? But I had to put up with a lot of people bull crap to get it. The era I'm in right now is I will have to put up with my own bull crap, which sounds easy, but me not having that guaranteed deposit every 2 weeks, honestly kind of scares me. And I know for a lot of people, I don't know. I have 2 girls now, and I have bills. I have really big adult bills that I have to pay. So not having that certified, verified, qualified 2 weeks of pay deposited into that account, it gives me pause. Like, I don't want to go full time. I don't want to just quit my job, especially when I feel like I worked hard to get here. And it's kind of what I put out there, and I asked and I prayed for. I asked for a job that I could have within the space that I'm in now, that I could have so that I could be flexible, so I could go get the girls when I need to, so that I can be remote. I asked for it. So I don't want to be ungrateful and say, God, let me just throw this to the wayside and pursue what I want to pursue. I don't want to be ungrateful. I don't want to come off ungrateful. But I also don't want to feel like it's a distraction from my freedom. Right? Because I do have a lot of flexibility. And that is, with the flexibility, I know I'm going to get my check. But with my freedom, I would really have to ensure that financially we're going to be okay. I can't be free if my mind ain't free, if my pockets ain't free. Right? I don't know, y'all. But I do feel, even with all of that I went through on these jobs and getting these jobs, I feel like I'm in a position now where this is just like my golden carrot. Like, this job is kind of like my golden carrot. I'm appreciative of it, and I thank God for it, right? I thank God for it because I can still feed my kids and I can pay my bills. But is it just my golden carrot that's dangling in front of me, distracting me from my freedom? Right? Because I be tired, even though I'm working from home. Like, doing what I do is tiring. I have to use my brain. And it's tiring. It's tiring, right? And then I have to come home and deal with the kids, and that's everyday life, right? But everyday life, we know, is tiring. So when I get off my job and I go get the kids and I gotta make dinner, I don't feel like every day I don't have the energy to go live. Every day I don't have the energy to make a video. But what upsets me too is that I didn't make those excuses when them people was cussing, talking to me like a dog on their job. So I don't know, friend. Sister, cousin, friend, when I tell you I just don't know, I don't know. I don't know. I know I appreciate the position I'm in now because I have flexibility. But I also feel like it's a golden carrot dangling in front of me. I'm just an old mule chasing this golden carrot. When all I got to do is look to the left, look to the right, and there go my freedom. There go all the carrots I want to eat. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me, do y'all feel like this is a distraction? Y'all feel like y'all job is a distraction? If you enjoy your 9 to 5, I just don't see nothing wrong with you enjoying your 9 to 5. But don't forget that your freedom is important too. Your freedom to be exactly who you are. Especially some jobs don't want you to get on social media. The jobs don't want you to, you can't talk about our job on social media. Look at that girl got fired from the Waffle House. She made a great video. It was funny. It was produced really, really well. They fired that girl because of her social media presence. That video, last time I watched it, it had like 4 million plus views, 4.5 million views. But I also feel like that was her chance to get the hell on. Right? That's the chance I can really do this. That was God showing her to me, I got you. This gonna happen, come what may. This gonna happen. But you using the talent I gave you. Keep using it. I feel like God say that all the time to people. But like me, people are too afraid to let go of that 2 week that deposit every 2 weeks. That's my truth. I'm scared to let go of that deposit every 2 weeks. I know that deposit coming. Especially with the holidays coming. I've been working overtime. I've been tired, friend. I've been tired. Tired ain't the word. But I've been working overtime. I gotta get stuff for these kids for Christmas. I'm starting early. And I'm tired. But I know that deposit coming. And it been, me being so tired and whatever has been making me miss my times to go live. I don't know, friend. I don't know. Y'all help me out. Put something in the comments. Give me some advice. Something. I'm the one sitting on the advice in the advice chair right now. Tell me something, friend. Cause I just don't know. On one hand, I feel like I'm failing myself, right? I feel like I'm failing myself, but I still, I got to feed my family. I got to put them first, Lucius. I don't know. Give me some advice, friend. I'm finna go, because if not, I'm gonna cry.